Okay. Oh boy. Hold on. I forgot the most important part. Okay, here we are. This will be episode 3. It's been a while since we've made it to an episode 3. Now, for a self-proclaimed solo Ironman expert, okay, that may highlight some questions. Look at this guy. Hold on, sorry, segue. He barely fits on the bed because he's gigantic. Anyways, we're going to pop him up. This is Big Iron. If you haven't been keeping up, there's 2 other Big Iron episodes. This is an amalgamation of all of my solo Ironman knowledge here, and I'm kind of spitting it out throughout the stream as we go. So, tips, tricks. It really makes my job easier if you have questions as we go. As usual at the beginning of these sorts of things, if you're hanging out in chat, and I see a couple people already, I would really appreciate if you let me know how the sound is. Can you hear my voice? Can you hear the music? Is one drowning the other out? And can we hear some game effects? The important ones are whether or not we can hear harpoons dunking into our chests. So, this is part 3 of an ongoing solo Ironman guide series, where we're going to be demonstrating a solo Ironman skeleton playthrough. We have modded the game only slightly, reactive world, and a couple personal flavor mods that don't alter the gameplay in any way, except for attack slots times 3, because reactive world does not come kind of stock with attack slots times 3. It does, however, add a lot of game state changes if you conquer certain nations, etc. And I ask for questions, and I start one. We start with a couple. So, 100 doors. Is this game fun, or does it depend on what the player likes? To answer that question, I think every game depends on what the player likes. However, Kenshi is kind of the everyman game, I think. Okay? And I'm going to explain why. I like to play it like this, right here. One guy against the world. It's nighttime. Sorry if we can't see this guy too well, but I like to play this game almost like a Dark Souls, okay? Exactly like a Dark Souls, actually. That's what solo Ironman is, to answer the next question down, which is, hey brother, what is a solo Ironman? And Icepack, thanks for the sound check. I appreciate that. A solo Ironman, so that's a set of self-imposed rules. So I'm only taking one character. We're taking one character here. And if he dies, he dies. Okay? And then we just restart the game. That's a solo Ironman in a nutshell. Now, anything else above and beyond that, difficulty, constraints, play style that make things harder, that's all up to you. But back to the, is it fun? I'll tell you why Kenshi's fun. Because you can play it like this, like I am, solo Ironman, Dark Souls style, and you're going to fight enemies, and you're going to die, and then you're going to restart. Okay, cool. Losing is kind of the nature of the game. But you could also play this game extremely zoomed out, more like an RTS, and you can have 50 guys, you can have 250 guys. I know there's unlimited party caps mods out there, and you can make it a city builder where you set up gatherers for resources. Okay, these guys are slave traders. They should leave us alone because we're a skeleton. Should. But sometimes they don't. Sorry, so you can get this going like a city builder. You're a city manager, you know what I'm saying? You've got resource gatherers, you've got gate guards, you've got to manage farms, fields, food, raids, invasions, things like that. You can literally lead whole armies to attack other cities. But this small sample of the game is going to demonstrate the capability, or what one person is capable of in Kenshi. Dark Z, sweet map style. Thank you. You mean this guy right here? I can't remember. If you honestly throw in the Steam store like pretty maps, I think this comes up. I've tried a few. I like the artwork here, and it outlines, it dot lines the paths and the roads and stuff, which is cool. I still like to gather in-game maps to build out the map. That's kind of the most fun way for me to play this, even after all this time. So again, to reiterate, this is how I like to play the game. Pretty zoomed in. It makes for some very sudden and often unfortunate surprises. But if you're so inclined, you can play super zoomed out and see things like this. Like this crazy group of dust bandits. Now they're going to wreck us, but I think this is going to be valuable. I think this is going to be a valuable training opportunity. What's the build? Heavy weapons. So right now, just so happens that we have a plank. That's what we're going to be using. For the time being, we're going to use it to train our strength, as well as our melee attack and defense. So right now, as a matter of fact, there's a lot of these guys. We're going to go to block, and I'm going to demonstrate something that I demonstrated last stream, and we're going to demonstrate it pretty early on. So, these are dust bandits. They don't have a ton of skill comparatively. These guys are, you know, they have 13 in their weapon skills. Some of them have 23. I think the dust boss, some dust bandits have in the 20s. We've got about 18 heavy weapons and quite a bit of toughness. Okay, so that's fine. They took me down. I don't think they're going to steal anything. They might take the first aid, which I don't care that much about. But if your backpack's off, they're not going to take any food. But we're a skeleton, we don't need food. So right now, my priority is going to be forcing this guy to stand up again and again and again. As quickly as I can before he goes into, leaves this rebooting phase and goes into playing dead. We don't want to play dead. Ice Pack. Kenshi equals open world sandbox. Post-apocalyptic squad-based real-time strategy city builder RPG. Roger Pedactor did not. Ace Ventura reference. F in chat if you're as old as I am. Why your melee attacks are low? Low or slow? If you mean slow, it's because this is a brand new character. We are on in-game day 10. There's faster ways to do what I do, but this is the methodical and explained way. Yeah, I let myself play dead. Shouldn't have done that. Wasn't paying attention. Kenshi can get you sometimes. It can really get you sometimes. You know what? I've been playing this game just about since it came out, when the map was much smaller. It was way less fleshed out, and sometimes you just find a game, you find a character if you're doing solos, or you find a party or a group that you grow really attached to, and you keep coming back again and again and again. I played a solo Ironman out so long, and he would not die, that I actually just got bored of playing him. He took out every major character in the game. I've put up a couple streams to just demonstrate this guy's obscene ability here. Onyx, if you haven't seen any of the Onyx streams, you can just watch me throw a solo guy against armies of 50 to 100. Why do I have 4 on melee attack and 35 on melee defense? Okay, that's a great question. So in the second stream, I kind of covered that. If you are struggling to raise your skill, especially in a solo Ironman, all the advice I'm going to give you here pretty well is going to apply to playing solo. So normally those two things are very close, okay? Melee attack and melee defense, because you don't train one over the other. You train them kind of passively as a result of fighting. I guess that's the opposite of passive, but in this case, on the last stream, what I demonstrated was an enemy like a beak thing has very high stats and very high, like the numbers are so much higher than yours all across the board, all of its health, everything, that it's going to give you, it makes the game think you're fighting a far superior opponent, which, I mean, a beak thing most of the time for the early game you are. However, if you just put yourself in the block, even at a low skill, you're going to block 90% of those beak thing shots. I don't recommend doing this with a character that can get eaten alive like a Greenlander, but a skeleton, pretty good in that respect. And every time you block, your melee defense is going to go up, your strength is going to go up, and so is the weapon skill that you're blocking with. Iceback, I enjoyed watching him single-handed. Yeah, okay. You have checked out the Onyx videos, man. That's awesome. Thanks. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, if anybody hanging out in chat right now, if we can get this going early, this is awesome, and it really helps fuel the conversation for things we'd like to know about. Okay, and other people coming in would like to know, but tell me about your solo Ironman, where you're at in it, if you're trying it. How many times you've scum saved, and don't lie. And because you're so damn attached, it finally worked. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. I'll read it out so everybody can get a sample of it, and we can maybe pick it apart. Right now, just stopping and squint. We're seeing if we have anything valuable to trade, seeing if they have anything valuable to pick up. Most of the time, no. We've already sold quite a bit of stuff here. But, you know, I've got a high-grade armored skirt. So if there's any chance we can pick up anything better than that, that would be ideal. But honestly, for a medium armor, leather skirt's pretty good. Its only drawback, rag skirt I should say, its only drawback is its athletic effect. Not the end of the world. The assassin's rags, we're going to talk about why I'm wearing these on a character who's utilizing heavy weapons soon, okay? We'll give you the Cole's notes early, though. Combat speed effect, 1.10. Okay, so that increases our combat speed by 10%. Skeletons do not get flip-flops. Flip-flops increase your combat speed by 5%. Because we don't get flip-flops on our skeleton, we need the added combat speed. And that's also going to come into effect when we start working up our martial arts. Are you going to go to this weird armor store at the river? Already been there, done that. That's where we got the assassin's rags. I think that was the last video we put up. Okay, so running between the exiles and the hive village, that's not conducive to good training. Okay, we've got to run too far to heal. So let's take a look at the situation here. We've got the way station. We know there's an armor shop there. We can actually rob that guy blind, sell some, get some more money. Down here we've got Shark. Our plan this time around, however, okay, was to try and take down the red Sabers leader down here in the swamp. Now there's going to be a couple problems with that. One, I don't know where the nearest repair bed is. Let's hope that Clownsteady has one. Ice Pack, it sounds like you were running across the... If I had to guess, it sounds like you were down here near Sniper Valley or on the edge of that. That's the only place I can think that a crossbow bolt would snap you for, 90 plus damage in the noodle, especially if you're at 70s, in your 70s with katana. Chris says going from a skeleton to a human is a humor. Going from a skeleton to a human is a major difficulty change. You feel spoiled for playing skeletons for long. Now that's interesting. Okay, let's pull that one apart a bit, and I'm going to tell you why. I think Greenlander is the easiest play in this game. Bag check. You may pass. Thank you, Checkman. We had a lot of plans for this guy. Crossbow, backpack, heavy weapons, martial arts. They're all going to come to fruition. The best solo Ironman games, everybody has... The best solo Ironman games, okay, not everybody. Your solo Ironman has every weapon skill. And as we go down that road, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the why. So this perfect opportunity right here. Hungry Bandit Leader, these sandals. So this athletics effect and this combat speed effect. That athletics effect right there would offset this one, and that combat speed would stack with this one. I can't stress this enough. In your solo Ironman, if you're anything but a skeleton, helmet quality, body armor quality, just chest, and flip-flops. Okay, everything else can be replaced. I've got actually 2 guide videos up. Solo Ironman Quick Start Guide, how I like to start every single one of my solo Ironman games regardless of mod. As well as a Solo Ironman Gear 101. I'm a mediocre streamer and an even worse video editor, so take those videos with a grain of salt, but they are filled with useful information. I don't know if we have the video on the YouTube channel. I might have done it way back when I was on Twitch, but Onyx just devastated Catlon and all of his old Empire skeleton guards. What a great solo Ironman that was. Onyx, the Steel Sheck. If you haven't yet and you're hanging out, check out a video, any one of the videos I have up of Onyx. Tune me right out. Just pay attention to how badass that character is. He has literally never been killed. We're gonna take this fight. We're gonna take this fight against all these hungry homeless people. And we're gonna take this fight with blocks, and I'm gonna demonstrate what I was talking about. So we're at 2 times speed, that's fine. We'll pull this over. Okay, so kind of ignore what's going on. Our strength is at 15. Our melee defense is at 35. Our heavy weapons is at 18. Let's see if these guys even tick the heavy weapons. So you see it's at 78%, right above my noodle somewhere here. Let's see if these guys even tick the heavy weapon skill. If they do, we're going to hold this block till they knock us out. So, heavy weapons, and go. Okay, so I'm sitting here blocking fairly capably, and our strength is at 15, remember that. Melee defense 35, and heavy weapons 18. So our heavy weapons is going to go up 19. Melee defense went up 36 already, or up to 36, I should say. Now, I could sit here. Here's an example. You could sit here and hold this block again and again and again. You can just keep repeating this, right? And find yourself a robot repair bed, rinse and repeat until you get it to, you know, some threshold that you're uncomfortable with. But when you have the ability to go up to times 30 speed, in essence, you could do this indefinitely to get your toughness into the 70s, 80s, even with hungry people, as this skeleton right now. He's got 57 toughness. This is a great way to do it. We're not going to do that. I'm going to throw this guy into attack mode and see who we can't kill. Probably nobody. But that's fine. The plank has a big AoE swing, so we're going to get a lot more stats. And we're going to get all these block hits anyways because we have 3 times attack slots on, which means that 3 people can attack you at one time. Chris, I know you have the Bugmaster and the Holy Nation on YouTube, but I don't think Catlon is. Yeah, you're right. I might have done that before. It was so satisfying. Dextros was there. He did comment before the stream saying he wasn't sure if he could make it. One of my mods. If you're new to the stream, Dextros is one of my longtime mods. We've got our 2 times speed here. The outcome, I'm not concerned about dying. These are hungry people, hungry homeless people. We're at 58 toughness. Right now, this is all about getting our heavy weapons up. If you're super impatient because you've played this game 1,000 times, I mean, feel free to fire it on 10 times, 20 times, and just do this again and again and again and again because you enjoy playing the game at a higher level than the beginning. Or you can get really weird. Here, we're just gonna stand up. Our toughness is at 59. Rebooting, we're gonna stand up again. We're gonna force to stand up. 61 toughness. We're gonna force to stand up again. They're not hitting me hard enough. 62 toughness, and they are not ready for this smoke. So they took out my left arm. Our heavy weapons nor strength is high enough to fight this out any longer. So we're into the martial arts. They made a big mistake. Upper knuckle reborn in big iron. Oh, he's down. He's down for the count. Okay, 62. We're just gonna... Is he coming back? Just so we can make it to where we need to go, we're gonna kind of leave this as is. Dark Zed. So, Onyx never died, and he is unbeatable now? I don't think he's unbeatable. He gets knocked down a lot, and if I got knocked down in the wrong part of town, I mean, dead's dead. If he got strung up, for instance, in the... What are those? The moon cult? The moon worshipper cult? If you've been all over Kenshi, you've probably been to the moon worshipper cult place. It sucks. You know what else sucks, actually? Is that we don't have anywhere to repair our robotics. And I just took a savage beating. We can't just go through the grid to Clown City because the grid is filled with big things. I think we're going to take a different tack here. I think we're going to hit the Hive Village and go back to the Foglands. We're being hampered currently, okay, by our inability to heal meaningfully just yet. To come back to that question, Onyx is not unbeatable. He is difficult to kill. He is difficult to kill, and he's rich. He's filthy rich. Honestly, with very minimal abuse of in-game exploits or systems. He crested over 1 million cats in a very short amount of time. Okay, so, and that was all from bounties, selling ancient cores. If you're not using ancient cores to research, I mean, who cares, right? Just sell them, 25 grand a pop. What do we have here? We've got pack beasts, nomads, and hungry people. I could buy another pack beast. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. I think we lost one in the last stream. Say goodbye to your freedom, boy. Slavers are rough in this game. What's up, my boy T? Don't I want to continue it to make him even more powerful? I've actually been having a lot of fun importing Onyx into modded games, heavily modded games. Universal Wasteland expansion, he did a number in there. You know, I played him exclusively vanilla for so long. And so I've got the original file, I've got the original save from his vanilla game, and so I just take that vanilla import and just slap it into any new total conversion or anything like that that I think is interesting or challenging. He's near 90s in every single skill, I think, almost. His toughness is 98 or 99. He's you know, Bugmaster levels of tough. Okay, so right now we're headed back to the Hive Village. I'm going to increase the speed to ×5. Don't do this in your own solo Ironman. Going to the Hive Village, and then we're going to take advantage of the fact that the I believe that Mongrel does have a bed. It's expensive as heck, but Mongrel has a bed. So now that our toughness is 64, I'm fairly confident that Fogmen aren't going to be able to decimate us. And we have a training opportunity here. Big time. Keep it on 5 times speed and try. Why? Did I drop the sword? Why is my weapon gone? Did one of the hungry bandits take my weapon? I do have Bandit Loot's player on, so I guess this is going to be a martial arts conquest. How come nobody told me I lost my sword? Serious hits here. Woo! 14 left hooks. What? Oh! I'm definitely the one who took him down. Okay. We need the money. Don't judge me. We just lost a plank, apparently, to a hungry bandit. So that's actually one of my favorite outcomes in Kenshi. Oh, don't listen to the naysayers. Get in there. It's one of my favorite outcomes in Kenshi is when a weapon you value gets stolen. Now, I'm not saying I gave a shit about that plank. However, I have had... This I'm 98% positive is on stream, but I've had a stream where I had a character just loaded with Meitu weapons, and I got taken by the Holy Nation, and they kept on disarming me, they're stripping me of various Meitu weapons, and I think I spent an hour getting beaten, captured, just searching all the boxes for Meitu weapons. I ended up recovering them all. Okay, we made it back. He's as big as the gorilla. He is a giant skeleton. He's looking for his best friend Stobe and all his homies back in obedience. He's never been there. He can't wait for the reunion. Now you have my permission to cry. Okay, we're here. We made it. We're healing. Crank up the speed. If you do not have a mod that allows you to crank this game up to 20 times speed, get one. I played this for years without. And while you should resist the urge in its entirety to use 20 times speed for anything except sleeping, we're all adults here. Do what you want. Okay, now that we have no weapon, going to the Foglands does not sound ideal. So we need a weapon. Hackers are the best weapon in the game. Nobody will convince me otherwise. But a plank would be good too. Who's got the crazy plank? Is it the great white gorilla or gorilla from the prison? You know what? Who cares? We're going to go steal one. This is how a lot of my playthroughs end. But we're going to go to Black Desert City. You can do this pretty easily as a skeleton. You can do it just as easily as a Green Lantern, but don't expect to live so well. I think we've achieved a high enough toughness that Dak won't kill me, and neither will his counterpart. Our athletics is high enough that we can outrun most enemies. And now we do have enough money to potentially buy one. But that's crazy. What I need to do is join the Thieves Guild. The Thieves Guild just provides you with unexpected allies. Again, we are headed towards... So, all of my solo Ironman games, Black Desert City, specifically the Scrap House, okay, is where I get most of my high-end weaponry that is not a Meitu weapon. What is this? A barracks? Maybe we can just take a little... Let's just take a little peek, shall we? We have here Black Dragon Ninjas. Can I, come on. Hello, friends. What in the world? Hey, what's going on? 28, 29. I don't think I can take these guys. I kind of want to try. Oh, homeless people. Outs. Excuse me, friends. You can't win. Don't run into the building. That's insane. Ooh. All right, back to Black Desert City. They'll never follow me there. Exile Plank is Guerrilla Bandit Leader. Okay, see, that's what I was wondering. Kind of throws you off, eh? Because the Guerrilla Bandits are all gigantic martial artists who remind me of Elmira from Tiny Toons, where she says, I want to kiss you and hug you and squeeze you forever and ever and ever, and they just want to squeeze you until you're dead. Because they all have gigantic arms. I'm gonna stop and heal. The old stop and heal. Skinner's Roam sucks. But honestly, for its name, like a Skinner's a skin spider, I think. For all the talk of them being here, they're not really here. It is a great little junction, though, to avoid certain parts of the Holy Nation. Now, your options for going around the Holy Nation are way north in cannibal territory after you go through robot territory, or way south And then you've got to go through Venge, which is angry laser beams from the sky. If you have the right clothing, Venge is completely safe. Or if you have the research to build shelters, leather shelters. I cover that in Solo Ironman Gear 101, the video guide that I have out. And it talks about how certain shelters protect you from acid rain as well as satellite beams. So that's pretty crazy that you can build a little tent shelter. I've had games in the past where I've built entire pathways of tent shelters through Venge so that you can completely, you render the satellite beams completely useless. Chris, I'll take Venge. The thralls are much slower than the Holy Nation paladins. Good point. Holy Nation paladins are gnarly. Unless you're a Greenlander, okay, with a copy of the Holy Nation Bible in your bag. Come on, no, stop, cease and desist. Get onto the bridge. No! Oh boy. These are the fun parts of Kenshi. So just embrace this sort of thing. When you can't, when you try to click on a bridge that your guy should be able to cross, but instead of crossing the bridge, he wants to go around and through the acid swamp. So hope this doesn't happen with your Greenlander. Okay, we're at 50 stealth. Hopefully this works better than last time. This is Scrapyard. This is where Dak and his counterpart something live. What's his friend's name? There's Dak. And there is... no, Soldier Bot Guard. Quinn. Dak and Quinn. So Dak and Quinn make the best weapons in the game next to Meitu weapons. So I like to rob Dak and Quinn blind. And initially you can kind of let them see it. They don't care that you're here. Because they don't think you're here to do anything sinister. But we are. Okay. So we're going to let these guards kind of maraud back that way, patrol back that way. I can't pick that apparently at all. Or that. Or that. We can look in here, though. We have a Mark III hold saber. Not super valuable to us. This shelf, however. Mark III, Mark II. An Edge Type 3 Flesh Cleaver. Okay. This right here is cream of the crop. This is one step below Meitu. This is our big time. Okay, this is the human destroyer. Plus 20% damage versus humans. Plus 30% armor penetration. This right here is the Holy Nation Shredder. And it's ours. Okay, so one of the rules of one of my self-imposed rules for Solo Ironman is no pause stealing. Okay? You will not pause the game if you're playing like we are. Here in this group. Okay, you're not going to pause the game if you're following the same rules and try and steal something on repeat when the game's paused. That's too safe. Active game. Active theft. Okay? It adds a little spice Oh my gosh, can everybody hear my baby? I don't know. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Uh, my my daughter's losing her mind. Okay. We can pick this metal box. So let's see how if they spot us though, okay, we've stolen now. If they spot us, we're done for. But this metal box could open up a lot of opportunity. If I can slip through here, let's try it. Let's try it. If I can kind of, can I just? Let me just do this. Let me just try. So I'm picking a lock. It looks like we're seen. He's staring right at me. That's maybe he's like a pan tilt zoom camera and he hasn't panned this way just yet. Okay, we got the lock. So let's go back to maybe safety. Oh no, come back, baby, come back. I'm pretty safe in here. I don't, oh, I can get that cabinet. Edge type 1. What about this guy? Same cabinet. Same cabinet? There's no way it's the same cabinet. Not good, not good. Okay, we're gonna try around the back end. But we did get, okay, so we got ourselves an insane flesh cleaver. This is kind of the best paladin killing weapon we could have laid our hands on. Now here's a unique one. You can usually pick this box. Okay, so if I had any lock picking whatsoever, I could pick this box from here. And all these lockers are apparently unpickable, which sucks. Whoa, okay, so this is a first. I didn't know you could actually get in here. Maybe you can't. Maybe we're stuck forever. Can I stand up and maybe not regret this decision? How did I get in here? Hey guys, this just in. There is a way to get stuck. Can we sneak out of here? This is why I love Kenshi. Well, let's see what we can do. If you're stuck, you can reload. Yes, you can. I would say this meets the criteria for reloading. But at the same time, I would say this kind of meets the criteria for just attacking the guards unprovoked. And that should actually push us out in such a way that we can leave. Yes! Okay. You know what? We got a great weapon. I'm not mad about the weapon. Let's head to hang. They hit our leg, which kind of sucks. But if I can just kind of deload a bit. All we need is these. That's all we really care about. Hang has not only a repair bed, but a shop we can rob blind. Drake. Just in, Kenshi's pathing is kind of bored. Kinda. My gosh, try to path to somewhere complex, eh? It destroys it. Get away from me. Should I try and fight him? He's got skills in the 80s. I think he'll destroy me. Hustle up. I could lead him into the lake. Yep. Come on, Dak. I don't think he's got the stuff. Karma. Karma for stealing. We're good. I actually think we have to go to Heft. I don't think Hang has a robotic shop. But we have a sweet, sweet hacker. And hackers, again, are the best weapon in the game. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Most endgame enemies have tons of armor, so you need massive armor penetration. I will say it is between, I would say the two weapons you absolutely need for endgame Kenshi, okay? Three weapons you absolutely need for endgame Kenshi. One's going to be a polearm, one's going to be a flesh cleaver, and the other one is going to be a paladin's cross. Those ones, they're gonna take you to salvation. Let's see what we can't get some training here. Oh God, all these guys are dead. Is that a town? Oh, it's the eye. Now let's go to Hang. That's crazy. So there's pole arms that will really help you against skimmers, spiders, you name it. Outlaw swordsman, this couldn't be better. Die. Starving vagrants, outlaw swordsman, let's dance. Alright, so our skills are better, and that's fine. We got this. Just stand a chance. One hit! We got an edge type 3. Big time. No dice. We're getting destroyed here. Demolished. You can't die, so I'm not worried. This will be good. This will be good training. Squad size still at 2 and pop still at 3. For everybody that's new to the stream, Ice Pack clearly not. We always play with squad size multiplier at 2.25 and global pop multiplier at 3. For a long time I played with them at maxes, but it causes too many game breaking issues. I found that this is the perfect number, especially if you're playing a solo Ironman, but if you're playing a game with a party, even still, these numbers are going to serve you the best. They make Kenshi feel very alive, not so barren, and they add a kind of newer level of difficulty, a little bit more depth to the difficulty of the game. Oh, big hit. Once one starts, it's a cascade. If we were fighting more of them, I think it'd be more beneficial. But I'm willing to take this loss here to get us the toughness, the skills, the, you know, all of it. I don't like, don't you disarm me. I don't like the critical, the bleed on the chest. I didn't actually think that skeletons could bleed. So that's really cool to know. They can sever like a tube. Your Kenshi is a lot less empty than mine. I'll have to try it. Yeah, absolutely. It makes it a different game. Set your pops to these levels. It makes it a different game. Whether or not that's the intended game, and I'm a big fan of the creator and his vision. I know he kind of intended it to be a small party game. You know, 5 to 9, 3 to 5, kind of running around, adventuring, solving the world's problems. And that's why you get so much unique dialogue between the named hireables, right? That Czech girl, Ruka, I think her name is. Oh, this is bad news bears. Shrike, a few others. Like you get Agnew, Beep, kind of on and on the list goes. You get a lot of great dialogue between those two. Or not those two, but those different, that small group, that party dynamic. Whereas if you have random characters in your party, you do get some unique dialogue occasionally, but a lot of that dialogue only appears one time when you show up in a new area. Go on through. Okay, we're hoping for a robot. Repairs. Nice. Robotics workshop. Two things we're going to do here. One, we're going to repair. We don't need to repair that much. It's going to be super expensive. It's 2,000 cats, but what we're going to get out of this guy is worth way more. And apparently we just instantly healed. Now we're going to rob him blind. Oh, okay. What the heck? I accidentally put my sword in his bin. Standard left leg. Not too concerned. He won't mind. He'll still let us heal up here. But this will actually be pretty good. I will be able to steal all of these things. So robotic shopkeepers don't enforce anything. I like to think it's because we're skeleton homies from the old time. You know, the before time. Occasionally he might whack you a few times and scare you off, but he's not going to kick you out of his shop forever. It's a shame that we only have shoddy left legs, but we can take the skeleton muscle, eye, the power core. I mean, really the world is your oyster when it comes to robotics workshops, and those crates do in fact respawn. So don't sweat the small stuff. If you think you missed something, you didn't. What are my thoughts on reactive world versus living world versus Universal Wasteland expansion? Okay, Universal Wasteland expansion is a total conversion, no matter how you cut it. It makes a lot of parts of Kenshi better, but it adds a ton. So if you're into a near total conversion of the game, because it's a much different game, it's also got higher loading times. You know, due to the nature of all the additions. I really like Universal Wasteland expansion. Especially if you're finding that your Kenshi is getting old and tired for you. The way you've been playing it. But I prefer a nearer to vanilla game myself. I'm going to actually give the Star Wars mod a try on somebody's recommendation. But just understand that you know, the game in and of itself is good. It's good. UWE adds a million more things. But really, the heart of UWE is keeping your early game longer by making things more expensive. The biggest hindrance in UWE is that you can't sell things for money. Really, it's more to do with trade in UWE and less just looting bandits. So if that's your game, awesome. Okay, sorry. So that really worked. We got a ton of money. We have 34,000 cats. We got all repaired. I'm not too sure where to head right now to get some good training in. I wonder about thralls in Venge. I really wonder about thralls in Venge. Let's go try it. Let's see what happens. UWE doesn't need any adjustment to population setting, in my opinion. I think if you put them back to standard population setting, I tried UWE with my current pop settings, and for a solo game, it makes it impossible. If you had a group, it may still be viable. And I shouldn't even say impossible. I should say that it makes it a slower play than I am comfortable with. I don't mind a good slow play. I like to do solo Ironman, homesteading, house building, crafting, but that requires a lot of setup, and really it requires a passion for the game. If you're about that though, I mean, solo kind of town building is really cool. It gives me a real... What's that game? Come on. Harvest Moon. It gives me a real Harvest Moon vibe with a little garnish of murder. So I'm actually heading into Venge to see if I can find some of my robot counterparts, because this does 14% damage versus robots. It's a hacker. It's got a large swing radius, and thralls tend to come in packs. Thralls being the headless robots that you find in Satellite Destroyed Venge. I will be right back. Hopefully, our protagonist makes it to Venge unscathed. Don't do this on your own solo Ironman games. Okay. Ooh, the Kenshi banger's on, which is sweet. Look, if I accidentally pump this up enough so it comes out in the microphone, let me know. I hope not. I hope not. Still, it seems like we've made it more or less to Venge, but I'm not... Oh, here's some thralls. Here we go. Weak thrall. Let's start. Okay. This is going to be kind of our... I think this will work. I don't think the satellite beams can hurt us. I don't think these guys can do enough damage to devastate us. I don't think they're going to dismember us, take us apart, disassemble us. They're doing a number, though. This is it, though, right? This is Kenshi in a nutshell. You want to get your character tough, you got to throw him into the crucible. And that can be hard to do, especially with solo Ironman plays, because you don't want to lose a guy that you've put several hours into or several days into. Very few, and well, I shouldn't say very few, but not tons of enemies in the game take you prisoner. 66 toughness. That's 16 points, I think, from last stream, eh? Thank you. Bowser. I don't know. I showed this guy in my last stream, but if my green screen suddenly vanishes, it's this innocent guy's face that's tearing it down. He thought it was very interesting earlier, didn't you? Okay. I'll let you down. Ice Pack, to answer your question, thralls don't take you prisoner. Reavers take you prisoner. Cultists take you prisoner. Fishmen take you prisoner. I don't actually know if fishmen take you prisoner if you're a skeleton. We'll find out together as a team. But not too many. Fogmen take you prisoner, but again, not if you're a skeleton. I think a lot of people take you prisoner, but not if you're a skeleton. Just like Venge is scary, but not if you're a skeleton. I really don't think they put much effort into the collision on the rocks here. Same thing, we're just gonna fight this out, and this is to get our hacker skill up, get our melee defense up. You know what, let's hold block. Let's hold block and see what happens here. Let's see how quickly they drop us. 5 times speed. Maybe even 10 times. Let's bump it up. So, as a result of that 10 times speed, hackers is already 11, half of what heavy weapons is. Melee defense is 45. We can wield a hacker one-handed. We just lost our left arm, nearly actually. Negative 30. If they can take that off, that wouldn't be the worst case. Give us an excuse to get a superior limb earlier on. That wreck there with that kind of curled in protrusion looks a bit like a scorpion. I'm sure it was a building, but I like to think of that like a scorpion war wreck or something. One of the movies that most reminds me of Kenshi is Alita: Battle Angel. It in so many ways. Just a great, just such an underrated movie. Okay, all this, by the way, all of this, the whole idea behind coming into Venge, it's because we're near Brink, we're near a way station, we're near various places to get our robot repaired. Until we get the research to get a skeleton repair bed built, which we're going to do. And then we're going to have skeleton repair shops set up everywhere. Everywhere and anywhere. Anywhere we're headed, we're going to pack it up, bring it with us, tear down the house, tear down the bed, rebuild it anywhere near where we plan on kind of fighting. It's going to give us a refuge. It's going to give us a place to store stuff. And another thing we're going to do, which I do in every solo Ironman, is we're going to buy a house in a town. The reason we're going to buy a house in a town is because they are protected by default. They don't draw the attention of raids. And they give you a safe space in a town to cause mischief. Steal things, kidnap people, whatever you want to do. I can't remember if Flats Lagoon here has a repair bit, but we're gonna check it out probably after these guys beat us to death again. That left arm was so close to being awesome. 70 toughness, though. Can I just leave? We just bound out of here? Maybe we'll go to Brink. Brink seems closer. Brink is dangerous, though, because Reavers. Reavers will kidnap you. I've put it in a few streams now. My shader. Whoa, big thing! Okay. Not terrible. Not the worst news we've had all day. We're gonna block all these guys. Is this an elder, though? No, it's an adult. It's an adult. It's an adult. Sorry, my dog's eating a pen. And it took us down. Chest, negative 35. 71 health. Let's sneak here maybe a little bit. Do the lasers in Venge affect skeletons? Does acid affect them too? No and no. And Chris, I had a shack in Flats Lagoon. They have a repair bed at the bar. It was perfect spot to have a home. Okay. All right. Well, you may have just changed our destination. Flats Lagoon it is. Lasers don't stand a chance against crab armor. If you get yourself some crab armor, okay, you are safe from laser beams. If you get yourself, I don't know if we can build it. Let's just check the build menu here. If I can go to camp, no, okay. So, under camping, you'll have like wild tent, tent, there's a tent, okay, that you can research that will protect you from acid rain and laser beams. Just like that. That laser beam shows up, if you're under your tent, safe. Completely safe. Now, what counts as under the tent? Could you build a crazy colony operation here under a series of tents where you know that your NPCs are going to pass? Yes, absolutely you can. I've also seen people build whole, like, great walls across Kenshi. I try to find other Kenshi streams. There aren't many. Does anybody else stream Kenshi these days? I think they do on Twitch. I always get the odd one on Twitch that I check out. Normally the Kenshi looks pretty rough. Oh, speaking of rough. We're gonna fight all of these. Please don't destroy me. Okay, so here we are in full block mode. We're gonna get knocked out for sure, but our hackers is what's important here. 13, 16, 18, 21, 24, 26. Let's speed this up. Speed. 5 times. Hackers, flying up. Strength, flying up. Toughness, not moving. Dexterity, not moving. Don't care. What we want here is hackers. Look at this. He's like a Roomba, just spinning in place. Oh, we're taking damage at 10 times speed. Maybe we should go back to 5. He really likes 5 times speed. See, I think when you manipulate time in this game, it really affects how things, you know, register. Come here. Come look at destructive beak things. I'm going to teach you about post-apocalyptic economies and how to defend against beak things. That was the grossest burp I've ever heard. So, this is insane, right? Hackers has surpassed heavy weapons. Melee defense is at 48. So this is an example of an opportunity you can take. It's kind of cheesy, right? But we're not against cheese in this particular solo Ironman playthrough. This is going to be a guide. And I'm going to assume that most people hanging out have played the heck out of Kenshi, okay? And they're tired of the long way. And this is a great way. Let's just watch our hackers here. It's at 29. We just got him on block. He's blocking so well that he's healing through this. Okay? He's healing through this. Other stats going up. Basically nothing. Strength. Strength is going up incrementally. I say incrementally, but it's flying up. Melee defense is at 50. Hackers now at 31. I'm willing to bet. Pardon me. I'm willing to bet we can take hackers into the 50s. Just by virtue of blocking. Beak things are awesome for training. They have such a slow attack, which means your block is going to work way better. And not only that, they're not going to eat us because we're a skeleton. Let's speed it up. They got us. We came out of that with 33 hackers, 32 strength, and 51 melee defense. So if I'd kept it at 5 times, we might have been able to have it all day long. You know? "71 toughness. Getting up helped not even a little bit." It seems like these guys have moved on to bigger and better things. Speed up our healing here. Honestly, a part of me wants to not believe it affects our hit chance, but I think it's evident. I think it's evident. Every time I speed up the game to kind of train a combat skill, you begin getting hit more. I'm not sure if that has to deal with how the game handles or registers like hits versus fast forwarding the game, because at a lower speed, I'm confident I could have continued to block that. I mean, I could have walked away, grabbed a snack, come back to much higher stats. And that's something to consider for everybody playing their own solo Ironman. I mean, even keeping it at 1 time, 2 time, whatever time. Satellite beam. We're not worried. We're not worried. Now, I'm kind of interested for the initial, Kenshi 2. It's a prequel, right? Are there going to be... Can we access these control towers? Can we utilize these eyes of the desert? Can we utilize these gigantic laser beams? Stobe's Gamble. Big Iron's best friend was Stobe. Maybe he'll, maybe he can meet him. Maybe we can go meet Stobe. It's extra sad if you know where Stobe is. Hey. Little hairy dog, do you have to go outside? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Have you considered your mother, my wife? Have you considered talking to her? Dane says Kenshi 2 win. Now, it's coming out. Okay, we know it's coming out. But I heard some optimism that it was going to be out the end of this year. I have a sneaking suspicion they're not going to release an early alpha kind of beta, either of those things to the public, unless they're, I don't know, longtime players, streamers. I won't get that invite. I won't. But I just feel like they're not gonna, I think they're gonna release a near finished product. If they release an early access, I'll be shocked. Based on the tone of the messages the developer was sending out when he explained how he was working on Kenshi 2, I got the impression that we're getting a fleshed out game. And this guy doesn't seem to, and no judgment here, I think this is awesome, but he doesn't seem to give a shit about crowd input, which is good in a way. I mean, if you're alpha testing or bug testing, it's valuable, right? Obviously. But as far as game direction or things people think he should change, I think he's got the right idea. He seems to have his vision for his game. And if we want to enjoy it, we can enjoy it in our own way. Alright, where's this robot bed? If you let me down, we're at odds. What? What? Don't worry, we're looking. Armor shop, headgear shop. What do we think? Travel and repairs? Travel and repairs. Look at this robot arm. Oh, we have skeleton beds and they are $800. We got hiver prices. This opens up a lot of opportunity. Morn sucks. We're not headed there. High bone fields suck. We're not headed there. Stove's Garden sucks. We don't want to go there. We want to head into the swamp. We're going through the burning forest into the swamp, okay? That's our plan. We can actually hit Shem because there's about 1 million big things in Shem. Here's a fun little anecdote. Not Shem, but Shum. I spent some time in the Middle East and I met a man named Shamsalah. May he rest in peace. He was a dedicated Afghani man. And every time I'm in Shem, all I can think of is Shamsalah, Shamsalah. We're headed to Shark. We're headed to Shark. I feel like Shark is a good destination. We have a good weapon. We have a big backpack, lots of room. We have tons of repair kits. Our toughness is 71, which means somebody has to do 263 damage for us to feel the pain. Okay. We have a long run here to Shark. And getting to Shark is kind of a gnarly proposition, right? As always, holy snickerdoodles. That's an adult. I think we can take it. Nope. We're gonna block. We're holding block. It's a whole pack of big things. Okay, this is actually great. This is a great opportunity. I'm gonna put the camera on spin. We're going to... Yeah, hold on. Maybe I can find a way to do this. I can't. Oh, maybe I can. Heavy weapons? Heavy weapons. There we go. Okay, we've got it spinning. And now, no, not heavy weapons, hackers. We're gonna put it on hackers. And I want everybody to pay attention to how quickly, on normal speed, that our skill is going up. We're blocking. We're just blocking. We're at 1 speed. We may get hit here. I'll be right back. I don't recommend you go AFK. during a fight against a horde of beak things, okay? That's not what I'm saying. But in this instance, it's safe. We have enough toughness to survive the hits. We're set on block. We're going to keep gaining hackers, and we're going to keep gaining melee defense. Possibly some toughness, possibly some strength. But I'll be right back. Somehow we're still here. Somehow. We're still alive. And melee defense is 51. And hackers is 36. That's insane, right? Okay, now, let's test the theory. Now we have everybody's attention. I'm going to increase the speed, and I guarantee we get dropped. Or not. Not as quickly as I thought, anyways. We're at 20 times speed. I'm critical, though. Why am I critical? What? Something's wrong. Something's wrong. We're slowing down. 10 time. 10 time. We're down. We're down. Okay, okay. He's eating the skin spider. We're okay with that. But why does my head say negative 28? 2 arrows down? Rebooting, and I'm getting up right away. Oh, he hit me. 37 in the head. 37 in the head. Now, we can go down to negative 64. Maybe I won't get up this time. Maybe we'll sneak. And then maybe we'll just heal a little bit. Especially the noodle. Okay, we're doing okay. I'm actually surprised that went so well. And after cranking the speed up, we got hackers up to 37, which is sweet. Super fast heal. Two enemies here. We have a boneyard wolf versus a beak thing. It's an adult versus an adult. So I've got money on the boneyard wolf. I'm going at 10 times speed, which I don't recommend. We're sneaking. And we're getting ready to run. Shark is the destination. So long as it's not an elder, I don't think I'm gonna... I could try and fight this one, actually. You know what? Let's do it. For the skills. It's not gonna kill us. We have an opportunity to fight a solo beak thing here. Let's ditch the block and let's fight it. We should gain quite a bit per hit here. 2%. Blocking, 2-3%. This isn't terrible. I think it's faster still to fight 6 of them and have it on block, but this is still a great way to train. It's also, the coolest way to train, actually fighting. Rule of cool is number 1, right? If you're not having fun, if you're just doing something to do it in Kenshi, what's the point? Just dropped our first beak thing. That's a big deal. And when in doubt, if survival's a concern, then make sure you take their skin. Or their meat, or if food's a concern, if you're a Greenlander or anybody else. Drake 707. It's easy to min-max the fun right out. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head. Rule number 1 is rule of cool. Okay? If you don't think your character looks cool, if you don't think what you're doing is cool, throw it out, right? Like, what's the point? Right now we're training. I'm not taking the easy route. If we were taking the easy route, we'd be wearing samurai plate, okay? Purchased from the Armor King. You just cycle back to him again and again and again. So you've got your Masterwork Samurai plate, your Specialist Samurai plate, whatever it is. And then you throw yourself at group after group after group of hungry bandits, dust bandits, whatever. They can't kill you. You can work your skills into the hundreds. And then you go back, you get your best Masterwork armor, and you play, like, it's always Samurai armor, and it's always Masterwork Samurai. So, I mean, yeah, sure, you can kill absolutely everything in Kenshi then. I prefer the, gi-only martial artist. So he uses martial arts, he uses maybe pole arms and a quarterstaff. And, in lieu of throwing knives, he uses crossbows. Something like that, but he only wears a gi. That's the kind of fun I prefer to inject into Kenshi. Solo Ironman is part of it, but adding, kind of one of those impedances to your solo Ironman, in my opinion, makes it, it makes it next level fun. Like, this is insane. Look at these crazy. Are these blood spiders? These are blood spiders. Okay. If you've never played Kenshi, or you don't have much experience with these, there's a whole mod around correcting their distance of attack, because they can attack you from like 59 million feet away, even though they're supposed to be a melee enemy. So, and they do hella damage. But we're gonna attack them, because I don't think they're gonna eat me. And I should gain some skill. Let's take the backpack off. Oh my gosh, they hit hard. Big time. Actually dropping them. Dropping them by the group here. I bet you Hackers is flying through the roof. I don't want to check, though. I'm too involved. Oh, come on. That should have hit at least 17 of them. There it is. Come on. Let's go, Big Iron. There it is. 2 down. 46 is huge hits. Huge hits. Okay, so we're in survival mode, right? Which means we're running up to these dead ones. We're grabbing their parts. As soon as we knock one down, we're grabbing his teeth. Anytime we see a dead one, we're grabbing a piece, right? Because we can't just afford to knock them out. They could heal. This could be game ending. And, oh boy. That's a huge hit. Negative 33 is a huge hit. We'll talk about what to do when captured. But, oddly enough, almost always the answer is pick your lock, force a fight. Pick your lock, force a fight. Specifically if you can be eaten. If you're a prisoner in, as a skeleton, maybe try to escape just kind of forever, until you sneak in your lockpicker at 1,000. But if you're a Greenland or any other race in the game, then almost always the best answer is escape and try and fight right away. Your guy's gonna get tougher, he's gonna get better at escaping, and most likely won't die. Most times guards will pick you up and heal you. One thing you do have to watch out for, however, is guards running out of first aid. Because that can happen. That's a real thing. And it's not that they don't want to heal you. It's that they can't. Because they don't have the stuff. I really hope none of these blood spiders try and fist me. Oh, he's right beside me. What's... Oh, it's me. Okay. Woo! I thought that was a spider. I panicked. We're leaving. We're going to Shark. Big Iron is a free elf. These trees are huge. These remind me of Minecraft. Okay. Giant forest mod. I think that's what it was called. But it made trees gigantic. You could make whole houses inside trees. They were so big. And this is the forest of basketball stones. Look at those things. Spalting. I like these tiny palm trees. Maybe we can stop sneaking. I'm just not sure if I'm going that much more quickly. Oh, turtles. Okay. So, if you're playing a Greenlander or anything that needs to eat, maybe a hiver is not a great example because a hiver can eat basically anything. Rotten meat, normal meat, whatever. But if you're any other race that eats things, check. Greenlander, Ashlander, whatever. Turtles are awesome. They have... stacks and stacks. I'm going to kill one right now just to show everybody. But they have stacks and stacks of meat. And they're super easy to kill. I'm about to get just destroyed by this thing. Apparently they attack in groups, which I did not know. This is this is news. They have a ton of life. So they're also fairly good for training on. Okay, but if we... I don't want to kill these other two, actually. But we go here, they have 14 meat. So if you need food... Turtles look kind of scary. Like a chinchilla with a shell. But they provide a ton of meat. Which you can campfire cook. Survive for a long time. On one turtle. We're gonna leave them alone though, because I don't hate them. This is actually going to be pretty sweet. Once we get down here into Shark, I'll be able to start pursuing some bounties for a Mei-2 weapon. Hopefully, Shark has a skeleton repair bed. If not, it's going to be a bit of a hike. I think we'll check Clown Steady. We're close enough at this point. And we'll check Caden. I bet you Caden has one. I really don't want to go through the high bone fields because the high bone fields contain elder beak things, which will definitely hit us for damage in the high 90s, which has more than enough potential, even at 73 toughness, to drop us below negative 64. We're going to need to get better armor. But for right now, we're relying on the attack speed bonuses. Provided by Assassin's Rags. So this gives us combat speed effect, dexterity effect, and then melee attack bonus. So everything there is helping us attack more quickly, hit harder. This has only one small drawback, which is offset. Maybe here. No, it's not. Not at all. So it would be offset by flip-flops, but skeletons can't wear flip-flops. I don't recommend skeletons for solo playthroughs. Okay, I feel like Shark has maybe nothing. Nothing we need. This big shop. We'll check the big shop, but I don't have high hopes. Nope. Okay. Okay. We'll check the shop. Just the shop, not the big shop. Also, nope. Now, this is a great opportunity. This is 4,000 cats. If I had the technological know-how. Oh, skeleton repair bed. 200! Easy. Easy. We just beat the game. We've won. We have won at Kenshi. Okay. This is huge. I honestly, in all my time playing Kenshi, I play skeletons so infrequently that I had no idea there was a 200 cat a night bed for skeletons in Shark. This is the best news ever. Hey, pro tips. This is where you find them. Scotch Samurai on YouTube. I have no idea what I'm doing. Who's getting beat up? Finn is a bar thug who's about to get robbed. We don't want that ring saber. Oh, never mind. He's got nothing valuable. Honestly, this is sweet. Okay, we're full health. I just hopped back in that bed for no reason. Is this the bar that I think it is? Where is... Where is Chad? This is not the right bar. I cannot remember where Chad is. He's probably one of my favorite characters in the whole game. And I'm 98% sure he's based on Chad from the anime Bleach. Although I asked the developer in a tweet once whether or not his character Shrike was based on a character from a novel I read. And as it turns out, he didn't respond. Where do we think the red sabers are? Down here, under this gigantic palm tree? Perhaps? Or this square here? Let's go to this square here and see what's what. I'm sorry, I'm wrestling with my dog at the moment. He's trying to eat my vest. Awesome. Okay, so we must be kind of nearing our destination because we're looking for the leader of the Red Sabers, and we've just found ourselves a Red Saber. Destroyed. Okay. Alright, we're gonna hit this little town down here. If it is a town. Okay, Stone Rat Village? That's not what we're looking for. Ideally, we find the leader of the Red Sabers here. I don't think it's in the Stone Rat Village, and I don't think the Stone Rat Village has anything valuable. I like these huge, I don't know, swamp cabbages. I'm pretty sure the Red Sabers base is somewhere around here. We did just fight them, and I've done this a couple times. It's got to be over here somewhere. I kind of like that he's not auto-pathing through the water, because I've had that happen in the past. And sometimes it can be very detrimental to a solo Ironman playthrough. Ruin. Do we think it's the ruin? I can't remember. It's a gigantic swamp hut, is all that I remember. Not that. That looks like it's gonna hurt me. Lab number 2. Sounds like it's filled with blood spiders. So let's go this way instead. There it is. I think we've got swamp ninjas actually fighting red sabers, so we're just gonna get involved in the whole thing. As a matter of fact, while he fights this out, I'll be right back. How did we end up fighting blood spiders? What's going on? We're in trouble. We're in trouble, I can tell you that for free. Oh! Devastation. Okay, hold on. Hackers is at 40. Toughness at 73. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Ninjas are protecting me from red sabers. We've discovered the red saber base. There's a Meitu weapon in there. And oof, hit kind of collaterally there. Outpost right there. Swamp village. Shark is the nearest full repair, so we have to see how much we can repair here, and then we have to figure out whether or not Clown Steady is going to be a viable option for repair as well, right? I think kind of no matter what, Shark is our closest option, but it's deadly getting back there, especially while injured. If you're slow in the swamp, you're probably dead in the swamp. So maybe we'll fight this out. Maybe we'll fight this out and then regroup. See how long it takes us to run to Shark injured. That's a good test because we're gonna have to keep coming back here until we can beat the entirety of the Red Saber bodyguard. No big deal. Now I'm hurt. I'm hurt right now. If we lose a limb, it changes maybe the priority, but not necessarily not necessarily how we're gonna approach this. Like, we just need to go get a limb and then come back. Or maybe this works out in our favor in some crazy way and blood spiders destroy the red sabers. I don't know. We're all just passengers here. I don't actively fight, right? Especially on a solo Ironman. I don't actively fight. I like to watch it. I like to let it play out. I like to pick fights that I'm going to allow to happen. I mean, running's cool. Changing your attack vector. You know, if there's 6 crossbowmen behind you, you're gonna rush that crossbow line. I think making those kind of intuitive decisions during your solo Ironman increases the fun exponentially. You know, without stutter stepping to force the enemy to miss and stuff like that. Because that's easy enough to do, right? Oh, they got the right arm. So if they get your right arm, any weapon you're using is useless. If they get your left arm, your right arm can still wield a weapon most times. Good for us that we trained a little bit of martial arts. And we have the modifiers from the clothing. So I could run. But that's solid damage. 26, 24. I don't know if this guy's got the stuff. These are the kind of things that make Kenshi a lot more fun for me. You know, throw yourself into a fight. It's helped me pick the appropriate fight. You know, kind of approaching the game this way. Because you can stutter step just about any opponent in this game, right? Click left, click right, click left for right. If you've ever played a MOBA, you'd be familiar with kiting, right? And so I found that doing that, you have absolutely zero fear, I guess, inherent fear, even in a solo Ironman, because you know the outcome of the fight before it's begun. You're just gonna stutter step this guy. You're gonna kite this enemy, no matter what the enemy is, into submission. He's never gonna hit you by virtue of your rapid fire clicking. So I prefer to just send him in and let what's gonna happen happen. Honestly though, it helps you prepare for knowing what your character is capable of taking on in the game. And if you've watched any of the previous Onyx streams or anything like that, a couple of videos up on the channel at least, you can see it firsthand. I've got characters that just run face first into 60 Holy Nation soldiers. So it is possible. It's a super fun way to play the game. And then, I mean, if you're really attached to the character, just cheese it, you know? But we're gonna try and fight this guy to no avail, I'm sure. Everybody's so mad. Where's the big man? Is that him there? Nope. He's huge. He's usually in here. I'm sad and confused. Oh my gosh, maybe he's outside already. What are the odds? Oh wow. These guys capture you. Somebody asked which enemies capture you earlier. These guys capture you. They throw you in a cell. Which actually, this could be terrible for a skeletal character. This could be game over for Big Iron. Not even set to block right now. Just shredding humans. I'm taking this off. We don't need to see the life. See, This is what I'm talking about. It's like a surprise. Turn off your UI. Turn off the guy in the corner. Watch the Kenshi fight unfold. Normal speed. Zoomed in. This is my favorite part of Kenshi. Mike Reales, good to see you again. Big Iron and Sumo Con team up would be a sweet collaboration. I couldn't agree more. I think so there's a way you can create a party and kind of alter their stats pre-game. You can make your own start, for lack of a better term here. And it's something I've considered, is taking just direct stat draws from several of my favorite solo Ironman characters and just making a start party with them and see what happens. I'm kind of stuck in a wall here. Ooh, taken down. Okay, so they should take me prisoner and put me in a cage. If they do, no big deal. If they don't, no big deal. Okay, there it is. And in a cage. They don't disarm you. They don't do anything. You have all the time in the world to heal. Okay, it has been just over 2 hours. I'm gonna call this here. This is a great place to stop. We've infiltrated the Red Sabers base, okay? We have no idea where their leader is. He's gigantic. We shouldn't be able to miss him. I feel like he's dead out in the swamp somewhere, which means a Mei-2 weapon is dead out in the swamp somewhere. Either way, this is a great place to stop, in the belly of the beast. So, thanks everybody for hanging out. If you're catching this video later, thanks for sticking it out. I look forward to seeing everybody back. And take care.